Boxing King Media in association with Boxer Ricky FUNEZ, trainer of HAMZAH SHEERAZ. First of all, welcome to the UK, and I bet you are absolutely freezed in bringing that, them LA genetics to the UK.
Oh man, well, it is cold when you're standing here a lot. When you come out for like 5 minutes, it's okay,
You've been a couple of weeks in the UK now?
We've been here 3 weeks. This is our third week.
And obviously, just talking to River Wilson Bent, the opponent HAMZAH's got, what do you know about him, and what kind of test do you think he'll bring to HAMZAH?
I don't know much about Bentley, but I study and I watch a couple of his fights just to see how, when he started and where he's at now, it's going to be a good fight for HAMZAH. Any fighter that HAMZAH steps in there right now, I think any fighter is going to be very dangerous, no matter what the record shows or what kind of fighter is. Remember, opponents always come to show and give a good fight to any fighter. So I think Bentley is coming to give HAMZAH all he got.
Definitely. And then obviously looking at resumes, I was speaking to River Wilson Bent earlier, and he feels that he's had the harder fights compared to some of the foreign opponents and Bradley Skeet that HAMZAH's had. What do you make of that?
Well, that's fine. I mean, everybody has their opinion to who he has really fought. HAMZAH's young. We're not looking to go in there and fight world-class fighter champions right now at all. HAMZAH's being built as a prospect fighter, and what he's doing as a prospect fighter, he's knocking everybody out. And as you saw, our biggest test was Bradley Skeet, and to this day, I think that was a great learning experience for HAMZAH. We learned so much that night. I feel like we learned, like we fought 10 times that night. So it was good, we're coming prepared for Bentley.
What's the biggest improvement do you feel that you've brought to HAMZAH's game from the time you've been working with him? Because you've had a few camps now, haven't you?
Yeah. I think, his footwork, which he's had. I like defense, keeping your hands up. You got to protect yourself at all times when you're inside the ring. Head movement, footwork, offense and defense. You have to build the whole full package, and HAMZAH is one of those fighters. That he's a full package fighter. He comes with power with both hands. His confidence is up there. His heart. He got tested in his last fight with his chin. He got dropped. He got back up. Showed a lot of heart. Nobody panicked. He didn't panic, and he came back and did his job. So now with Bentley. We're coming to get tested again, and we'll see what's the outcome on this.
Definitely. Just want to get your opinion on a couple of other matters outside this fight. Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis. Obviously, on this side of the planet, we don't really know if the fight's happening or not. It all seems very confusing. Well, can you tell us any inside information, seeing as you kind of work with Ryan?
And that's what they want you to do. I think right now it's a sales pitch right now. Gervonta Davis fighting a Garcia, but they didn't say which Garcia he's fighting in January. So he's fighting, what's his name?
Something Garcia, I can't remember.
Yeah, he's don't get me wrong, that's a tough fight for Tank. He's a tough fight for Tank. But the fight eventually is going to happen during probably April or March. I work with a lot of people in LA, so eventually it's going to happen,
Is it definitely signed? Because the signals are a bit mixed. They're saying they agreed on certain things. Obviously, we also don't know if Gervonta Davis is still with Mayweather Promotions, because the show that he's fighting on, it's under a different promotional outfit.
Well, it's going to be still under PBC. Yeah, PBC, and then Ryan's with the Zone with Golden Boy. So I mean, they're going to have to work it out. But I believe this fight is going to be made, and it's going to be a good fight for Ryan.
And without showing any bias, who do you think is a favorite in that fight?
Oh, Tank, definitely Tank. Yeah, a strong fighter. He's been underrated, and he's come back and destroyed every fighter he's in front of him. Look, Santa Cruz, he was losing. He came back and knocked him out. He was losing with Rolly. And Rolly is not at that top level like Ryan, and he got knocked out. Just like I was saying earlier to an earlier interview, one punch could change the outcome of any fight. You could be winning, and then you get knocked out.
Definitely huge respect to Ryan for obviously wanting to fight Gervonta, because not many people would be queuing up. And then the last one I want to speak to you about is Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder. It's the cold, it's making me say different things. So Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, it looks like it's about to happen, but most of the British fans would rather see Anthony Joshua fight Deontay Wilder, because it seems a bit odd that Deontay's going to fight for some sort of eliminator for a WBC title, because he's kind of been there, done that. We'd rather see him in big fights.
Yeah, I would love to see Joshua, but you got to remember, Joshua's coming out from 2 losses as well. So, I mean, yeah, it'd still be a big fight for the UK, but that would be a great fight, to be honest with you. But I like Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder as well.
Good stuff. Who'd you favourite in that fight?
Wilder. I think Wilder. I like Andy Ruiz. I like Camden because, you know, I know him. But I think Wilder, with his power, is just some God-gifted power. He's like a superhero.
Freak of nature.
Huh? Freak of nature, man. Freak of nature with that power. And that's what I see when HAMZAH has some freak of nature power. And he's just a kid. And I always bring this up with Taz. He's 22 years old. And he still hasn't matured to that man growth. When he's up to that, he's gonna have that man power. He's knocking guys out right now. He's just building up his confidence right now.
Good stuff. Ricky, last one about the cold. How are you finding it dealing with the cold? I was going to suggest something to you. Have you heard of Long Johns?
No, I have not. What is that?
It's like an inner layer that you can put on underneath your trousers.
Yeah. It's not that bad. I've been in colder weather, which was Canada, man. That's cold weather. But, you know, UK is good. UK is good.
Good, man. HAMZAH's going, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.